YouTube has rolled out its major updates for 2025, and they are not disappointing. Creators all over the world are jumping on the hype train, and I'm curious if some of the creators that have made these YouTube 2025 update videos are doing so because they hope that YouTube will see them and then will make them a beta tester for all of these new features. YouTube, in case you are watching, there's a slew of updates that I would love to be a beta tester for you for. I know I'm totally giving pick me right now, but hey, that's okay. I feel so cool that I just said that. My kids taught me that. Now let's dive into the updates. Don't worry, I've got everything timestamped down below. So if you've heard other people talk about some of these updates already, you can skip ahead, slide the fast forward button forward, and go straight to the part that is of most interest to you. I will not take it personally. Okay, maybe I'll take it personally, but I'll try really hard not to. Are you old enough to remember Siskel and Ebert? I was talking to my assistant about this, and she's way younger than me, so she had no idea who I was talking about. But Siskel and Ebert, in case you don't know, were movie reviewers. And it was two guys that sat around, they would watch movies, and they would each either give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And so if it got 2 thumbs up, it's because Siskel and Ebert both liked the video. And if they got 2 thumbs down, they both hated it. And if there was 1 up and 1 down, it was because they had mixed opinions. So I'm going to go through and rate all of these updates on the 2 thumbs up, 2 thumbs down, 1 of each method to let you know what I think about some of these updates. So we're taking a trip down memory lane. Grab yourself a bucket of popcorn and let's go. Update number 1 is hype. Let's just get this one out of the way since this is the one that I've seen all of the really big YouTube people talking about, the ones that were invited by YouTube to come to this conference where they rolled out all of these things. I was not one of the people that was invited to that event, just saying. Let me say, I'm a little skeptical about this. So YouTube has created this to help small creators hopefully get their videos shown when they have a subscriber count smaller than 500,000, which to me is a giant audience. But apparently YouTube thinks that is a small creator. So they've tested it in Brazil, Turkey, and Taiwan. Yes, I had to lean in and read because I don't have my glasses on. And they said, in just the first 4 weeks of our beta tests in Turkey, Taiwan, and Brazil, users hyped over 5 million times across more than 50,000 unique channels. Plus, the largest age group hyping videos in our beta is 18 to 24-year-olds, making up over 30% of all beta users. So what is hype? It is when a video is put out by a smaller creator, less than 500,000 subscribers, and people who watch it can say, oh, we really like this one. And it's more than a thumbs up. It's almost like an upvote, if you will, so that if the video gets enough upvotes, enough hypes, it might get more reach and it might show up on the YouTube homepage more. And it's their way of trying to level the playing field, which as a small creator, I greatly appreciate. Here's my first issue. The largest group of people that were doing that was the 18 to 24-year-olds. And so on my channel and on most of my coaching students' channels, we're not really going after the super young demographic. We are going after people that are buying and selling real estate, and the majority of those people are over the age of 24. So I'm going to just go out on a limb and say the vast majority of people you're trying to attract with your YouTube content is probably not in that age bracket. And if your age demographic is higher than that, hype may or may not be beneficial to you. Who knows? YouTube stated, if a video has been out less than 7 days from a creator with under 500,000 subscribers, you can hype it and go beyond liking and sharing. The more hype it gets, the higher it climbs on a new leaderboard with the top 100 hyped videos from the week. So my first question is, what about videos that are older than 7 days long? And then you make changes to your title or your thumbnail. If YouTube is so focused on pushing brand new content that's only been out for a week or less to new audiences in order to promote this hype feature, how will this affect creators who are running A/B tests on older videos? I go in and I do this all the time where I just change the title slightly, I change the thumbnail, I do an A/B test because I want to see if the different thumbnail will help perform better. Are we not going to get any love from the hype thing because the video is 30, 60, 90 days old, 3 years old? Who knows? We don't really know. We don't know much about how this hype thing is going to work yet. Also, where is this leaderboard going to be displayed? Will the viewers see it on their homepage, or will the creator see it inside YouTube Studio? Will this truly push small creators to put out even more content, or is it just going to make it harder for small content creators to be found? Because now we're not only competing for likes and subscribers and watch time and all of the things, we're also trying to get hypes. I'm just not sure that this is really going to help those of us who are not targeting teenagers and the youngest age category that we track on YouTube. So tell me in the comments what your thoughts are about hype, and make sure that you add a star emoji while we're talking about hype. So when I see your comment and it has a star emoji, I'll know exactly which feature you were talking about. For me, I'm thinking hype is probably, it's not going to be one feature that I can see being incredibly useful for me. And let's face it, 500,000 subscribers is not, in my opinion, a small channel. That's a freaking giant channel. If it were for people that had less than 1,000 or less than 5,000, that's what I would consider a small channel. I mean, I have 20,000 subscribers and I'm still considered a small channel. So 500,000, that to me is like, are you kidding? That's not small. Can somebody send YouTube a memo and let them know, like, that is not the definition of small by any of the creators' standards who are in the small category? Okay, moving on to update number 2, which is the community tab. Now, I'm actually very excited about this one because y'all know how much I love me some social media. I'm just going to go ahead and make a public apology. If you ever try to message me on Instagram, you will wait for a week before I ever see your DM, because every DM that I get in Instagram is usually spam. Hey, would you like to grow your followers? I can get you more followers. Would you like to be featured in the who's who of real estate in the Wall Street Journal in January? It's only going to cost you 20 grand. Like, I get nothing but spam of people who slide into my DMs in Instagram, which is one of the reasons why I really dislike that platform. Sorry if you message me on any of the other platforms and I never respond, because clearly I'm always on YouTube. So thank you for YouTube for now giving us more community features. So I love how YouTube made the statement that creators and fans said they were already on YouTube and they wanted a way to connect even more while they're already on YouTube. So YouTube, you're already my favorite platform, and you're the favorite platform of a lot of people that I know. It only stands to reason that you're going to do whatever you can to stay in the #1 spot, right? It's kind of like when Snapchat started and then Instagram came out with stories and then YouTube came out with stories. Like, everybody's copying each other because they're all trying to one up each other. But this is a good one, so no shade. So the face look that they are giving the community tab kind of looks like a Facebook group, but better. So the community tab will now be a true extension of your channel, where it's not only me posting things on the community tab, it is the people in the group that can also post on the community tab. It's meant to be more intimate between the creator and the subscribers. It's easy for newcomers to join, even if they've never been to your channel before. And you will still have the main features of posts and comments, and there will be some new moderation tools. And this is good because I have to say, when it first came out, I was a little bit concerned when it said that the viewers could be posting in the community. Because if you make any sort of controversial content, and my content has been a little controversial in the last 6 months, we are going to have moderation tools to be able to watch that so that, trolls can't come along and say whatever they want, then that's a really good thing in my view. So some of the moderation tools they are fan initiated. Conversations and comments can be initiated and shared by fans with creator control over who can participate. So if you happen to have a couple of trolls who love to visit your channel regularly and you have not blocked them, I'm assuming we will not let those people post on your channel, right? So to start with, only subscribers will be able to post in your communities, and we are evaluating more controls that could be helpful to creators as we continue our tests, says YouTube. So the fact that I will have a lot of control over who is allowed to post in the community and who is not allowed to post in my community makes me feel good that I know I'm not just going to log in one day and have like 10 "I hate you, please stop making videos" posts from trolls. So if you're talking exclusively about real estate, I don't expect that this would be a huge problem for you unless you are very outspoken about certain things and you know that that's just not going to resonate with everybody that finds your channel. So there will be a dedicated space for conversation and for connecting, which will allow creators to maintain control over their content and their brand, but also foster a more meaningful community in a comfortable and inviting space, which I really like, because when you're trying to create a tribe of like-minded people with your channel, that little community tab was not really a community. The only way to really do that was to do live streams. And live streams are great, but there are a lot of people that don't like going live. And so to go live for them they're not on board. So this is a nice way to foster community without having to do a live stream. So fans drive the space. They create a sense of belonging where like-minded individuals can all connect and learn and share their passions, especially if you are an educational channel where you're teaching people things. And YouTube has already started testing this with a small group of creators. Pick me, and claims they are seeing great results from the fan base. So people like in the fitness space, fitness channels have subscribers that are sharing how they lost weight, how they got healthy, their exercises that they're doing. They're posting before and after photos. They're encouraging each other. It's like a little tiny private Facebook group, only it's going to be on YouTube. And I hope it's going to be much better because it's on YouTube and Zuck doesn't run it. You know, he's my favorite. The downside is that I heard they are only testing this on mobile devices. Many of you have already heard my story about getting canceled on Facebook, how they very unceremoniously just showed me the door and didn't tell me why and gave me no advance notice, gave me no explanation. So I was happy to kiss Facebook goodbye. And as a result, I'm really happy that YouTube will now have some sort of community or group feature that will compete with Facebook. So if you want to hear my whole story about how Facebook gave me the boot, I'll link it up here and you can watch that later. I'm sure you've heard it before, but in case you haven't, it's a good story. I think that YouTube is the best platform for lead generation, and adding more to the community feel of the channel is just an opportunity to build your audience, to gain their trust, to stay active, to stay top of mind, to post our guides, and the possibilities are endless. So I, for one, am very, very excited about this feature after I got over my initial nervousness, and I am giving it 2 thumbs up. So what about you? You tell me in the comments. Tell me if you think the community tab is going to be good or not. Let's see. Why don't you give us the waving emoji if you are all down for the community content? Update number 3 is the comment AI autoresponder. Now, I kind of got into an argument with my editor over this. She did not like it. She thought that that meant every time someone puts a comment on your channel, that we could have an AI automatically respond, which means everything would be very inauthentic and you would never have to waste time answering questions. But the less you interact with your viewers, the less connection there is. But I said, no. What I think this is this is going to be their answer to ManyChat. So have you ever been on Instagram or Facebook where somebody is doing a video and they say, comment the word match? So I follow all of these creators that sell Saint makeup, and they'll say, comment the word match, and I will send you my color guide thingy so that I can tell you what colors you should be wearing instead. And when you type the word match, they send you immediately in your DM a link to fill out the questionnaire. Now, is the creator sending that immediately? No. ManyChat is sending them that thing. So ManyChat or other programs like that have a flow set up so that when you say this specific phrase or word, it will automatically DM the person. And YouTube was not able to do that because they don't have a DM feature. And I really wanted a way, when I created my new group that was not on Facebook, I created it on a platform called Circle. And I did a video announcing, hey, I've created a brand new group since I got booted off of Facebook. It is on Circle. Comment down below, I want to join, and I will send you the link so you can join. However, I can't DM anybody in YouTube. And so what I did was I created a text replacement. Do you Mac users do that? Where you go into your phone and you set up a text replacement. So all I had to do was type in something like join link, and it would write, hey, I'm so glad you want to join my free community. Here is the link. Click this link down below. Love to see you inside. So all I had to do was type join link, and it would send them this big long sentence with the URL inside for the new community, which was awesome. Downside was I had to do that manually every single time. So I was going into the comments of that video all day, every day, trying to send a very quick follow-up whenever somebody would comment on the video and said, I want to join. It worked, but it was very labor intensive. So what I think this is YouTube's answer being able to send them an auto reply to the comment. So if I said, you want to join my new community, comment, I want to join, the AI would immediately respond to their comment with my automated response. So I think that that's how I'm going to be able to use this. So if I'm offering a free download, hey, you want to learn your 10 steps to a lead generating YouTube channel, comment 10 steps. and then it will automatically put the link to that free guide below their comment so that they're not waiting for a response from me for half a day, 2 days, 5 days. Sometimes those messages get lost in the YouTube Studio comment section, and I don't see them. So this way they would get the answer to what they had asked right away. I think this is going to be really, really good. Now, this could be me all thinking wishful thinking. What they've said is it's going to be an AI enhanced reply, giving suggestions tailored to your style to help give you a starting point. So is that just someone says, oh my gosh, this video is great, and you hit reply, and then the AI is going to say, why don't you say this? Or why don't you say this? Or why don't you say this? I'm hoping it's more than that. I'm hoping it's a lot more than that. I'm hoping it's that I can set it up and do what I just described to you. Please, YouTube, we really need that feature because that would be amazing. So if it turns out that that's not what it's going to do, it is truly all just AI canned responses, then I'm not really excited about that because we all know what AI comes up with. Hey, I'm so glad that you liked it. Thank you. They're very cheesy canned responses. So I don't like that they spent all this time creating a community tab where we will actually be face-to-face, belly-to-belly creating connections. And then they've created this AI, which is basically going to make us not have to create connections and not have to respond. I hope that's not all it is. I feel like we've got so many AI tools out there right now. I really just don't need another one to tell me how to reply to a comment. If it is what I hope that it will be, I'm going to be very, very excited. And that will be 2 thumbs up from me. If it is just AI responses so that I don't have to use my brain to think how to reply, maybe 1 of each. What do you think of this feature? Do you like the idea of just AI, or do you like my idea? Which, if that's not what they're going to do, maybe if enough people say, yeah, that would be amazing, we can send that to YouTube somehow. Wouldn't that be great? So put the thinking emoji in the comments if you like this AI feature. I really, really want to be able to send people links to downloads and links to my website and to free boot camps that I'm doing and all kinds of free resources that I offer all of the time, and have that be sent automatically. Not because I'm lazy and I don't want to take the time to respond, but because I want you to get the answer right away and not be waiting on me. And like I said, I have a filter set up in my YouTube comments. Show me every comment, whether I've answered it or not. I tend to miss those unless I'm on my phone at the moment when the notification comes through and I immediately answer it. If it comes through overnight, in the morning, I swear I will never, ever see it. And so I don't want people waiting on me to respond to the comment, especially when they ask a question and they need help. And the only reason they don't get their answer is because I didn't see the message. That's the only reason why they wouldn't get it. I hope that they're going to do what I think they're going to do. All right, update number 4 is gifts. And I think this one is really weird. So stay with me here, because when I was reading all about this, I immediately thought of TikTok. When I go to TikTok and somebody is live and I'm watching their live stream, they've got people that are sending them roses and all kinds of crap on TikTok lives. And I don't know what it is. Is it money? If you send them a rose, are you actually putting money behind that? I don't really understand how it all works, but the jewels thing that YouTube is going to offer is just killing me. Many creators who were at that YouTube conference a couple weeks ago shared that when a fan gifts them, it puts their comment or their name at the top of the live stream feed, almost like a pinned comment. So if you have a large audience and somebody sends you a gift, their comment will get pinned at the top. They get noticed more. This is definitely a thing on TikTok. This is a thing on YouTube live streams where someone is a super fan and they do a super chat and they send you money so that they will be acknowledged during the live stream. I don't know. This thing just seems like it's getting a little out of hand to me. YouTube stated, jewels and gifts were digital items that can power real-time fan engagement and provide another way for you to earn money. What those digital items are and what the earning value will be, I'm not really sure. They haven't really said, at least not that I've seen. So currently this is going to be tested in the US first and only on vertical live streams. So again, it's reminding me very much of going live on TikTok with this whole, give me a rose, give me a jewel, give me of all these things. And while everybody loves the gifts and the extra monetization, I wonder if this ever has a negative impact, because I know when I'm on those live streams as the viewer and, they say, oh, Joanne, thank you for the rose. It makes me think, oh, well, if I don't give her any money, if I don't send her a jewel or a rose or whatever it is, she's not going to even acknowledge my comment, because there are a lot of people on this live stream And so why should I even bother? And then half the time I just leave the live stream because I know if I really wanted to ask a question, I feel like they're probably not even going to answer it because I didn't put any money behind my question. If fans feel like the only way that the creator will acknowledge them is if they pay to get noticed, I don't really like that. I mean, I know times are rough and we all got to earn a buck, Bidenomics and all. So I just don't love it. So for me, I don't hate it. Let's do one of each. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. So put the money emoji in the comments if you think this is a good one and you like this idea, because it sounds like it's only if you're going to go live and only if you're going to hold your phone vertically while you're doing it anyway, which I still never do. I think I've done that one time where I went live on YouTube and I had my phone vertical instead of horizontal. So if you don't plan to ever really do that, then I guess it's not going to affect you one way or the other. Update number 5 is an updated mobile viewing experience. And this literally happened to me for the first time last night. I was sitting on the couch. I pulled up my phone. I went to YouTube. I started to watch something and it said, hey, we've got this new thing now where if you're watching the video and then you go back to the home page, you can move that little place, the video that you're watching all over. So it's not blocking anything on the screen. It looks like this. I'll put it up on screen right now. And I really liked that I could move it all over. I could move it to the top, to the bottom, to the side. I really liked it. And while this is not anything earth-shattering, it's just convenient because half the time the player is blocking what I'm trying to look at and I can't see it. So I just love that YouTube doesn't come out with new features from the top down where they all sit in their fancy headquarters and they think, what can we do to improve YouTube? I know, let's come up with this feature that nobody wants, that nobody will use, and we're going to roll it out and we're going to make them love it. No, instead, it seems like they take solicitation from the viewers and the creators and they come up with their ideas that will help us be able to use the platform more conveniently, more effectively. It reflects the way that we want to use the app, the way that we are using the app. And this just makes me very happy because it is a much more collaborative sort of environment for rolling out new features. Just because, sometimes you come up with a great idea, you roll it out and nobody wants it. So I like the idea that this time they seem to be putting out features that people are actually asking for. And for me, this one is definitely a 2 thumbs up. All right, update number 6 is the all new TV viewing experience. And I gotta say, I think this one might be my personal favorite. Can I just tell you, I was watching, what was it? It was The Fall Guy, the updated movie of The Fall Guy the other day. And no, that wasn't The Fall Guy. What was it? It was Fly Me to the Moon. We were watching Fly Me to the Moon and they were showing the old TVs that we used to have back in the 60s. They were like 2 feet thick. If you have one of those, I'm not going to judge. You do you, boo. Anyway, last year, YouTube streaming content beat all other platforms, including Netflix. So if you're watching this video right now on your TV, put the TV emoji in the comments. Don't act like you don't already have your phone in your hand, because I know that you do. We all do, right? So I sit on the couch and I watch YouTube videos on my TV while I have my phone in my hand. It's called multitasking, people, and that's what we do. Don't pretend like you don't. There are so many cool things about this that I don't even know where to start. So if you have links in your description, they will automatically be turned into a QR code. This is freaking epic. The thing that I think is so funny about this is when QR codes first came out, I still lived in California. So this must have been 12, 15 years ago. And I was convinced QR codes were going to be huge. And for a couple of years, I put QR codes on all of my for sale signs. And then they just kind of went away. And then there was like a 5-7 year period where nobody used QR codes. And then they came back with a vengeance. And I don't know why, but they are back and we love them. So instead of somebody having to go through the process of saving the video from the TV and then coming back to it later from a different device so that they would be able to scan a QR code, there will now be a QR code on the TV and you can just pick up your phone because we already said you already had it in your hand and scan the QR code. And then they're going to be able to go to whatever link you were sending them to with that QR code. The next new thing is that instead of having your channel banner displayed, if they go to your channel on the TV, a video will be playing. So it's keeping the experience more TV-like instead of like being on a computer or on the internet. And finally, you'll be able to sort your content into seasons and episodes. So they're trying to make it more like Netflix. If you watch, like we just got done watching the whole Jack Reacher series, you go and it says season 2, episode 1. And as soon as the video stops playing, it immediately goes to episode 2. And after that one's over, it immediately goes to episode 3. They're trying to do the same sort of thing for YouTube. So if you have any content that is episodic, or you have seasons, like you do a season of vlogs and then you take a 3-month break, and then season 2, and then you take a break, and then season 3, anything like that, this is going to be huge for you. It will make it so that someone can stay on your channel and binge watch your content. And why is binge watching the content important? That is what tells the algorithm to show your content to this person more frequently. Yes, they can hit subscribe, but they don't have to. I see channels on my YouTube homepage every single day that I am not subscribed to. And the only reason they keep showing up is because when they pop up, I click and I watch the video. I engage with their content over and over and over again. It doesn't matter that I am not subscribed to the channel. So if we can get people to binge watch your content, then they're watching your videos over and over and over again. They are telling the YouTube algorithm, I like this content, I want to keep watching it. There are so many more updates, but I felt like these were the most important ones. 2025 is going to be an amazing year for YouTube content, but if you don't have a channel yet, you've got to get your channel up and running. I put out an all-new mini course called Channel in a Weekend. It is $97, and I will help you get your channel from start to finish in 2 days or less. It's going to look amazing. It will be there. It'll be all set up to start bringing you clients on autopilot, but you got to have a channel. So click the link if you want to learn more about Channel in a Weekend, and I will see you on the next one.